Holy Mary, Mother of God. First of all, I'd like to give you the Italian translation of this hymn for the Youth Day. It is Beato l'uomo peccatore, blessed is the man who forgives, knows how to forgive. In his heart, he will find mercy. So, Beato l'uomo peccatore, nel suo cuore troverà misericordia. Blessed is the man who forgives, because he's going to find mercy in his heart. So I think I received today the confirmation that the committee from Krakow in Poland called our office there in New York. These young people who prepared this video about the George of Chastity, and they are going to show that video to the whole world. So young people in New York, they are all excited because one of their video has been chosen to be shown to 4 million young people. And in this time, I like to, before we go into the Chastity, I like to make you aware of the time that you are living in. When I was young and I was thinking of becoming a priest, the world was very much at peace. There was no terrorism, there were no drugs. There was friendship. I remember when I arrived in New York the first time, people did not lock the door at night. The milk was outside the door. And nobody would even imagine to do something wrong to their neighbor. Actually, they were loving and protecting each other. They used to have barbecues together, 2 or 3 homes all together in the street. So when I became a priest, the world was very much different. Today, you live in a world totally the opposite. Your world, the world in which you are going to be priest, is a very difficult world. And that's why I think Jesus is preparing young people. As I told you, this week at least 5,000 young people will respond to enter into the seminary. Imagine. So I think the church is responding in a very strong way, in a very beautiful and joyful way to the many challenges that there are in the world. So you have to be prepared. Because as I said, when I went into the mission, the world was at peace. Now I go into a mission where the world is at war. One of the videos that young people there in New York prepared is, yes, we are in war, because that's what the Pope said in the airplane in Krakow. But it's not a war of religion, but it is a war of political interest. And so it's really telling us that religion can only bring good things, because religion brings close to God. Anyway, I'd like to really to be aware of the time that we are living in. You know, when we started the 2,000 years, remember, I don't know if you remember, but everybody was so excited, everything was going to stop, everything was going to collapse, the change of the millennium. Yes, I think it was the beginning of a great change, very great change, especially in our church. You know, this Pope in 2 years, he made more changes than 20 years before. And he's guiding us with strength toward a more simple, humble, and lovable church. And you are going to build that church. We somehow are lucky to live in a peaceful world, but you have to face a much bigger challenge, because this world is not really doing well. So after this brief introduction, today we're going to talk about chastity. And even though theologically it's not the first one, but humanly speaking it is the most important for us. Why? Because we have been called to love the way Jesus Christ loved. Chastity is not a reduction of love, it is an expansion, a growth, almost infinite, because we are called to represent, to live, and to show the love of Jesus Christ Himself. If you are not able to love, then Jesus cannot show His love. If you don't grow to become a very lovable person, then Jesus is going to be limited by our own difficulties or our own littleness. So remember, the vow of chastity is a calling to open your heart to love the whole humanity, like Jesus did. It's not less, but it's more. And if you look in your life, basically the main principle of your life is love. Because you have to love God with all your heart, your mind, your soul, and love your neighbor. That's what the vow of chastity is. We have to show to the world how to love. The world needs to learn loving and accepting each other the way Jesus did. So it is an ability, capability to love almost to the infinite dimension. Because that's what Jesus wants us to do. Jesus wants to be present in us through His love. And it is very important to say that Jesus was a very loving person. I think sometimes, how could He attract 5,000 men? How could He speak with the amount of the actors, a huge amount of people, and everybody was there listening to Him? He must have such a power, even humanly speaking. He must have such a great personality to attract all those people. And He was able really to give everything to them. He was able to really help them to understand the great love of God. So I want to repeat you again. I want you to understand that our vow of chastity is an opening. It is a growth. It is loving in a dimension that Jesus Himself loved us. Now, in our life we have three levels, if we want to say so. We have intellectual, emotional, and the physical. Intellectual. You know, they say that love is blind. So we need intelligence to guide our love. Because if we allow our feelings, our emotions to take over, then we're going to end up in the ditch because the love is blind. So let me just repeat again. We need to make decisions with your intelligence, with your wisdom. See, what is the difference between animal instinct and human sensibility, human feelings? Is that the animal doesn't have intelligence. He already knows what to do and when to do. But human beings have intelligence and have to guide those feelings and those emotions. That's why God gave us intelligence, because we have to look, make a decision, and follow that. And we need a goal. Like if any young man and woman, they have a goal to get that girl. That girl, I like that girl, I want her to be my wife. The same thing for us. I want to be like Jesus Christ. I want to have the love of Jesus Christ in me. And so I make a decision. Everything that helps me to get that love, I do it. Everything that distracts or brings me away from that love, I avoid it. So it's very simple. We have to be guided by our own mind, our own reason, our own goal. Otherwise, our feelings are going to be one day one side, the other day the other side, up and down. Our life is going to be a mess. But if we have that goal, I want to personify in me the love of Christ. Emotional. We are human beings, so we have a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions. How do we control them? Not suppressing them, but channeling them. To channel all my energy, all my desire, all my strength toward that love of Jesus. I want to personify the love of Jesus. And then with that love of Jesus, not my own, but the love of Jesus, I'm going to love all the people that God's going to put in my way. So you see, feelings should not be suppressed because they are gifts from God. And deep down, that's the energy. The energy. When you love to do something, you do it completely. You do it totally, and you do it well. If you don't like something, it's very difficult. If you don't like math, in school, you're not going to do well. But if you like math, wow. If you like music, you're going to do well. If you don't care or you're out of tune, you don't go about it. So you see, it is important that our feelings, our emotions, our habits be all channeled into that final goal. I want to be like Jesus. And Jesus was a complete man. He had our own feelings, even more, and greater. Then emotional and physical, even physical, I don't know here, but in the United States now there is a big crisis of sexual identity. A man does not want to be a man anymore, he wants to be a woman. A woman doesn't want to be a woman anymore, and she wants to be a man. And imagine, our dear President Obama sent a letter to all the schools saying they have to have 3 bathrooms now. Not one for man and woman, but now for the other ones. The schools have to provide 3 bathrooms. Now I ask myself, should be 4. Because the man who became woman needs 1. And the woman who became man needs another. So you have men, women, former man. Okay, what is that? We do not accept ourselves. That's the big problem. We don't even accept our own sexuality. The bishop had to come out and let's say, saying that we consider the sexual identity of our birth. Not whatever we do, because someone could become a man, then will become a woman, then become a man, then become a woman. So you see, we have to accept ourselves. And here, we go a little bit in a bigger area. I have to accept my physical identity, my appearance. I wish this nose would be bigger or smaller. No, that's what God made me. I have to accept that. If I am too small, too tall, if I am black and white, I have to accept myself. If I am a little stupid and maybe less intelligent than others, yeah, that's me. That's how God created me. And God did not make junk. And this is the famous sentence we use in marriage and family. God does not make junk. He only makes beautiful things. As if God made me, it means that I'm a beautiful person. And I accept that. And then besides, God gave you everything that you need to fulfill your mission. Remember, God has given you, otherwise God would be unfair. If He asks you to do a job, He doesn't give you the knowledge to do it. So God gives you everything that you need in order to complete His mission. So accepting ourselves is very important. And living in harmony, this is a magic word. Harmony. Intelligence, the feelings, and myself. All working together. Sometimes we have the reason, the mind, working against the feelings against the mind, maybe not accepting ourselves. So we have to grow in harmony. That's magic word. Why? Because God is harmony. And God made us for harmony's sake. And then we have to grow. You know, sometimes I know some of my friends, they are big babies. They are huge because they are 30, 40, 50 years, but they're still babies. Beside of them, they are like babies. Oh, they are always looking for support. Oh, you don't like me. Oh, it says, you don't trust me. Says, oh, why? Says, can I be your friend? Always these people that have to lean constantly on mommy or daddy because they cannot stand up for themselves. They are still babies. Huge babies. But it is important that even for ourselves, ask ourselves, am I really able to be myself? Or do I always need the support and the approval of someone else? Am I really able to make decisions? If mommy made all my decisions when I was a child, now I don't know how to make my decisions because mommy did it for me. Then there is a problem because you're always going to look for money wherever you go because you don't know how to make your own decisions. So it is important to grow out of that childhood. Secondly, the second step is when we become teenagers. So when we are children, we always want love, love, love. And if we remain children, we are always going to look for love wherever we go. Then teenagers, we become a little bit independent, but full of feelings, emotions. So I do only what I like, and I don't do what I don't like. So I am rebellious against my father because he tells me to go to school, he tells me to go to work, and I don't like it. So if we remain only at the level of liking or not liking, we remain teenagers the rest of our life. And teenagers, one day they are up, the other day they are down. Teenagers, one day they are there with you, the other day they are against you. Because they follow all the confusions of their feelings inside of themselves. And so even here, even for us, we have to grow out of this stage. We cannot just go by, I like it and I don't like it. Because then we are not full-grown human beings. Then finally, we become adults. What does it mean, adults? The ability to give your life. If you want to be an adult, is you are able to give yourself to another person, to God, to a community. That's the maturity of human beings. When they reach that level, and even in our families, when the two people mature, they should be, is when they are able to give to each other. I take you as my wife, I take you as my husband. For the rest of my life. Not for 5 years or until the first problem comes up. No. I take you for the rest of my life. That's why today there is more crisis in marriage than in the religious life. Because even the young people today, they're afraid to say yes for the rest of my life. But if you're in love, you want to do that. It's not an imposition. It's not a limitation. Actually, it is an excitement. Yes, now I can give you all my love for the rest of my life. And the same is for religious life. If I reach that stage, that point where I say, Lord, I'm so happy that I can give you everything, all my life. That's maturity. That's a human being when he reaches the point where he says, yeah, I can give my life to somebody. I can give my life to God. And I will be happy. Because it is like a gift that is growing more and more. It is like married life, the same thing. When you start in the beginning of your Christian life, yeah, you give a little bit of yourself. I mean, your gift, yes, but you're still young. Then every year that goes on, you give more and more and more. And the Lord gives you more and more and more. So it is like a real journey of love. Let me tell you that we have a chance to love more than any couple or any family. We got the ability, the possibility that we have to grow in love is bigger than any other form of life on earth. So we have to understand this, because otherwise chastity becomes the biggest trouble in our life. And that's why people do not understand, because they don't have the knowledge of that kind of love that we can live on earth. And let me tell you that once you discover this love, you don't need anything else. You don't need a woman. You don't need a career. You don't need a glory and power. Because that love is enough. That's enough. Actually, it's more than enough, because it's over abundant. So you see, the real love is the ability to give love. And this ability is a decision. Another sentence that we say in marriage encounter is love is not a feeling, but it's a decision. I give you my life, for better or for worse. No matter what will happen, I give you my life. It is a decision on your part, not a feeling. Our love is not exclusive, because it's open to all the children of God. See, marriage, love is exclusive, one man, one woman. For us, is a whole community, a whole parish, a whole church. Because God loves the whole community, the whole parish, the whole church. And if we love with the love of God, then we are able to love all the people that we meet in our life. The ability to, now, yes, Father, it is true, but we have our own physical and emotional needs. Yes, you're right. And we have to recognize that, because we are not angels. We are human beings. I remember a little story they presented to Pope John XXIII, a plan to build a seminary. And so Pope John looks around, okay, then at the bottom he writes, "Non sunt angeli." So the architect looks around, "Non sunt angeli," they are not angels. The architect looks around, you know, they have forgotten the bathrooms. So they said, they are not angels, they have to go to the bathroom. And in that plan of the seminary, there were no bathrooms. So, we are not angels. You see, the saints are very practical and very down to earth. So, we have to sublimate. Remember this. Sublimate. Because even our physical needs can be fulfilled in another level. Let me ask you, a mother. She has a great love, but she has no sexual relationship with the children, or with the cousins, or with an uncle. No. A mother is happy and fulfilled when she loves her children. And many times alone. So see, that love, the love of the mother, is a sublimation. She doesn't need to have a sexual relationship with another man, because the love that she has for her children is more than enough. The same thing is the love for friendship, friends. Friends, they want to stay with each other more time as possible. But they don't need sexual relationships. Because that friendship is fulfilling. And we can go on, the artist. I have one in my house now, and he lives for paintings. He's a good painter. He has a good talent. And he doesn't care about women or alcohol or enjoyment of life. Everything that he thinks and he does is art, art, art. He doesn't need anything else because that love supplements also our physical needs. So, when you feel physical needs, it means that your love is not supplementary. It means that you don't have enough love to fulfill your desires. So, go back and try to develop your own love for your kids, for Christ, for your people, for your community. So, it is important that we understand that our needs are real. But if we don't bring them up to another level, they're going to bring us down to the level of any human beings. So, very, very important is psychological and affective maturity is very important. Now, what is the danger? The danger is to become single. The danger to our chastity is that we may become single. That means live only for myself. And that is the destruction. That is the failure of our chastity. If I become just close to myself, that I fail the vow of chastity, because the vow of chastity wants me to be like the love of Jesus, which gave himself till the end. So very, very important is to become single is very dangerous. I remember one day this thought came to my mind. It is easy to be ordained as a priest. The bishop does it. But it's very difficult to be a father. It is very easy to be married to a woman, and even to give birth to a son. But it's very difficult to be a real father for that son. And in our vocation is the same thing. Sometimes we find priests, they say their little mass in the morning, goodbye, lock their doors, and then all day up there, I don't know, listen to music, watch TV, or out with friends. That's not being a father. Yes, you have been ordained because the bishop imposed his hands on you. But don't say that you're a father because you don't give life. You give your life just for yourself. So this is very important for the, let's say, for the power of chastity. Now, we are called to live the love of God in our lives. And we need a few ingredients. How we go about this? Temptations. Temptations are real. And the devil is going to be there until the last second of your life. Because he doesn't give up until, and he's going to keep tempting us. And it is a constant battle. Yes. So we have to prepare to be ready for the battle. And most of the temptations against chastity go through our eyes. Remember, in the past, at least, they used to talk a lot about modesty. Not only for women, but also for men. Modesty means don't let come in your enemy in your camp, in your house. Close the door. And the eyes count at least for 80-90% of the temptations. And if you see a naked woman, naturally that you're going to feel something if you are a human being. So don't watch a naked woman if you want to be at peace in yourself. If you go to the movies, especially today, you know they're going to throw at you some kind of sex. There is no movie practically without some scene, because those are the scenes that make money. People go to see them, so they pay. But if you know that going to the movies, you're going to be thrown this mud against your face, don't go. Very simple. No, I think probably about 15, 20 years that I don't go to see a movie. And I feel much better. I feel much at peace with me. And I believe that I didn't lose anything by not going to the movies. So it is important also to be able to have a vision. I always wonder why the Blessed Mother inspired Father Walter, who is founder of this American movement for priests. And the Blessed Mother says, tell my priest not to watch TV. I always wonder. So I try. I try. You know, today, probably 5-6 years I don't watch TV. Now we have the internet. The internet also will take the place of TV. But it's a basic rule for internet is, if I don't know who is writing to me, if I don't know that program, I do not open it. I only open what I know. Because if I open what I don't know, I expose myself to be hit by some pornography or something that goes against my vocation. So you have to be smart to put the limits where you can walk safely. Because if you go any place, one day the lion is going to come out to the forest, is going to destroy you. So it says, remember, 80% of the temptations come through the eyes. And you have to be careful with movies, TV, and internet. I remember in Montreal, one day a young lady came to see me, and she was crying. She says, my husband watches pornography. Young couple. I think they have one son, now they have 7. But you know, she felt betrayed as much as if he would have gone with another woman. Actually, even worse, because he can watch pornography every day. And I am no good for him. He is looking only for sexual excitement. He is not interested in my family. He is not interested in my faith. You see, pornography sucks everything out of you. Because, you know, you put everything into that. And it will never satisfy. That's the trouble. Because if you go and watch pornography, okay, I'm okay for a month now. No. Tomorrow, you're going to have the same desire to look again. So you see, it is important that we are smart. We prevent the devil to attack us. How do we prevent? Close your eyes, and you will succeed. You'll feel much better, much more at peace. Then, you know, the rest, the other 20% is the fantasy. But also fantasy is connected with the images. Even your fantasies sometimes, and I tell you that sometimes your fantasies can really give you trouble. Because certain days you keep having those images in your mind constantly. And the devil doesn't give you a break. And always there are images in your mind. So what do I have to do? First of all, just get out, take a walk, go with friends. Because really you cannot fight it by yourself. Because the devil sometimes takes over your mind, your fantasy. So the best thing is get out and try to really get distracted. That your mind can go someplace else. But at least sometimes go think the beautiful things of your life, of your family, of your friends. And that will help you. So you have to be very careful in these two, the eyes and the fantasy, because these are the two doors where the devil can get into your soul. Find good friends. Friends that help you in your faith and your vocation. Not friends just to spend your time, to go out and drink. No. You have to choose your friends, not be chosen by other friends. You choose this. I like to go with this because when I go with him, I feel stronger. I feel uplifted. A certain style of life. Even this, remember we spoke about politics. Yes, we have to, for instance, don't stay out too late at night. That old pastor of mine, he was right. After 10 o'clock, you only find prostitutes and thieves in the street. So why you want to stay out there? Come home. Stay with your friends. Stay in your house. Discipline. You have to be disciplined in your own self. You have to put so much time on studies, so much time on leisure, so much time on television if you want to watch the news. But you have to be in control of your life. Not being thrown from one side to the other. You have to decide, this is the life I want to lead. This is the way I want to live my life. And you have to make a decision. And then regular confession, spiritual direction. This I told you that it was my salvation. Confession. Now it seems to come back. For a while after the Vatican Council, even myself, sometimes I spent 3-4 months without going to confession. And that was the devil likes, because then he can slowly come into your soul, your heart, and he book. So every 3 months confession. Scalabrinian used to go to confession every week. Every week, I don't know what kind of sin he could have done. But he was going to confession every week, sometimes in his own secretary. Spiritual direction also is so important. You cannot fight this battle by yourself. So you need someone who helps you. You know, in the Roman warriors, there used to be one who holds the, let's say, the shield. And the other one, the soldiers in the back, throwing the spear. So there were all the two. One was holding the shield, and the other in the back is throwing the spear. So the same thing is for us. In our spiritual life, we need spiritual life. Even when I'm old, my spiritual life got sick last month, but I still don't sin because I need, first of all, to kind of reflect on what is going on in my life with another person. It's like the mirror. And that will give me another vision, another idea, another way to look at things. And that is very, very helpful. So let me close with, we have the Constitution. However, the Constitutions, I have to say, they don't have too much about chastity. And even the founder did not write too much. You know why? Because the founder was, I would say, too modest. He was very sensitive. Imagine that he didn't want to have the operation before he died. He had some kind of a problem in the urinary tract. And he didn't want to have the operation because there were 5 doctors who were there because they did the operation in the chancery office. He didn't go to the hospital. And he didn't want to have the operation because he didn't want to show himself to 5 doctors. Because he was very, very, let's say, timid and very, very modest. We don't have to reach that level, but at the same time, we have to learn a little bit to be modest, to be dignified in ourselves. I invite you to read this book which Bishop Scalabrinian, he puts out of the recent documents, Vita Consacrata, and if you go on page 169 until page 170, no, 174, then we have the meetings. So 69 to 74, read those five pages are very good in this book of Jerusalem. So dear people, dear friends, dear brothers, we have to help each other in this. We cannot just shy away or hide. That's the first temptation the devil tells you. Hide. Oh, they're looking, there's cover. They're going to know. No. You have to be open. And once you open up, the devil goes away. Because he works always on the darkness. And as you see a brother that is going out to lunch with the same woman, come and say, hey, brother, I'm a little bit bored. What happened to you? I see you a few times already with the same woman. Secondly, never be caught alone with a woman. This is the rules that Scalabrinian said. Never solus cum sola. It means never alone with a lone woman. Because the devil comes right there. That's the best scenario, the best place where the devil can tempt you. So if you have to see somebody, leave the door open on your office. Sometimes they close. And you say, oh, it's too hot here. Let me open the door. So you have to be smarter with the devil. And then never touch. Watch, but do not touch. You know what? Maybe you do it for consolation. But then the woman says, wow, Father is interested in me. He likes me. Maybe he has something in mind. And then she comes back again and again. And I said, oh, I'm sorry. He says, no, I have to go and say Mass and out to the door. Because, you know, it is true that we have temptations, but also we have temptations. And to conquer a priest is the greatest conquer that a woman can have. And it is true. Because for them it is, the priest is divine. Finding heaven for myself. Oh, sometimes they go to Jesus, and Jesus help me to get the priest. Imagine what Jesus would say. It's mine, already mine, it's not yours. So it is important to be able to be smart. If we want to keep that the joy of loving God and neighbors, we have to protect that gift. We cannot just throw it all over the place. So, brothers, remember, chastity sometimes is difficult because we are humans. That is the most beautiful vow that we have because it opens up our heart to the dimension of the Lord Jesus.